Welcome to Lifestyle Unplugged with Monica
and Lauren.
And a special guest today.
Hello.
Amanda Travers, Lifestyle Director for Brighton. Which communities do you oversee?
So I oversee our Cadence 55 and older communities. I do 2 of them in the Valley.
Oh, that's awesome. So I have asked to re-record because we all met in Florida in person, Lauren and I, for the first time. Amanda all together for the first time, which was awesome. But I think the quality just didn't turn out to our standards. So I wanted to talk to you guys again. Obviously, we're not going to talk about the same thing, because if you want to listen to that whole discussion, they can go to our website, lifestyleunpluggedpodcast.com, and you can listen and watch our antics and see our cute penguins and Walrus. I was just going to say, gotta keep you included on that.
Don't forget Wally.
Okay, you have changed the name of that animal so many times.
Listen, Seymour was too hard to remember.
But then you changed it to Clyde.
So my daughter has a little otter that she calls Ollie. So Ollie and Wally, it just worked.
It does. I give it to you. Okay.
So that's why we're calling it Wally. And then last night, I've had to set some hard boundaries on Wally. Like, this is mine. You may not have it. And last night, she was screaming, crying in bed that she wanted Wally. And I would not give in. And I was like, yours.
No, you did say that in Florida, didn't she, Amanda? She's like, I am not letting.
I doubted 100%.
You're like,
you're going to give in.
No. I've been sleeping with it every night because it's super comfortable.
I know.
The look in your eye, though, when you said that you're not going to share, it was genuine to me. I was like, she's not. Like, this is one that she draws a line on. So just to kind of recap for everyone, last week we were at the National Home Builders Association conference where Amanda was nominated for Lifestyle Director of the Year. And she won silver, which we're so excited.
So proud.
Yes.
So proud. So, Amanda, let's just kind of jump from there. How have things been since you've been back and since, the awards? How have things been for you?
I mean, I just got back to work.
As they do.
Yeah, exactly. It just doesn't stop. The residents are still there. No, it's great. I came back and I actually the next day took one community bowling because why not? I had to
that's
schedule
fun.
that. Yeah, and then I just did the other community yesterday, and we also went bowling, which was a great time. And then I left to go to another class seminar to get better at other barriers.
Breaking barriers.
It was my seminar that I went to, which was awesome. It was here locally through our chamber. And then, it's just been
I think one thing that you haven't touched on is how awesome it's been. She has been approached by so many people at the office giving her congrats. But even our owner, was it the next morning?
Yeah.
She had a text from the owner just saying how proud he was of her. And I mean,
that's awesome.
It's just so nice to work for a company that genuinely, he's proud of her. Mm-hmm. So it's cool.
Yeah. It's nice to be recognized for things that I don't feel like it's hard because I enjoy what I do, but it's cool to be recognized for what I have been doing and what I'm trying to create and how I'm trying to get the residents engaged. I actually have a couple residents outside of my community. We're on a bowling league, and they were talking about it last night. They're like, let me see the photos, let me see all the things. So they found out somehow. I don't know. I'm not advertising it. But our marketing's amazing. They definitely put me in a spotlight, and it made me feel very special. So
I love that.
Really fun.
The reason I brought that up is because I saw you on LinkedIn, and the marketing team shared it on LinkedIn, and I just think it's so great to make sure that our lifestyle directors, regardless if they win awards, we need to show how proud we are of them. It is so important for for that. And the fact that Brighton sees that and they acknowledge that, with the owner, texting you that following morning, and just how everyone's responded and just been so excited for you. It's been really exciting for me to watch and see, because that is the template that we really want these other development companies to do, and management companies. We want them to celebrate our lifestyle people. So,
and we're so awesome. Far outside of the office, right? At least in the developer context, that I don't know how many times a week or a month or a year we get asked, like, what do you guys do? And so for them to see that we're making an impact, that Amanda is making an impact in the lives of our residents, it's really cool. And it adds a layer to that pride of working for Brighton. For people that don't understand. Like,
going along with that even more, I mean, my friends, they're like, what do you do? You're a lifestyle director, and I'm like, yeah, friends and family. But, like, I obviously, like, posted, or they saw what was posted about me, and they're like, wow, that's really cool. I was like, yeah, it is. It's a big deal. It's fun. It's fun to be recognized, and it was a fun experience just to go down there. But just the understanding of what a big deal it is. It's nice to be a part of it.
And what was really cool, Monica, was at the awards ceremony afterwards, we got to meet two of the other gals, who one of them was the silver and the other one was gold. And so we chatted with them, and we got a picture of Amanda with them. And so it's just building that community and seeing it happen in person it made my heart happy. Yeah,
it was fun to meet others that do the same thing, or in the in the trenches with us.
I love that so Mackenzie, the gold winner, they were chatting, and Amanda told her she did 55 and up communities, and Mackenzie was like, oh yeah, good luck.
She got it.
I mean, she understood the difference.
Yeah.
And not to knock any of the other ones, and I know that's not what you. No. I know you're not doing that. But I say that because I'm going to say something, and I don't want anyone to take it for less than what I'm going to say.
Right.
It's kind of like what Lauren, like what you and I were talking about with Chris, is that when you have 55 and older, there is a huge population that's retired. We're not going to say everyone's retired, because not everyone is retired. But when you have that many people that are home, and they move into a lifestyle community for a reason, they want something to do. And so the pressure on a lifestyle director in a 55 plus community is so much higher, because it's not just, we'll do this, this week, and then next week we'll do this. No, you have to layer the different activities and events and programming to keep them engaged and keep them happy. And so it's different than what we do in like all ages communities. Yes, we may have a story time in the middle of the day, for the moms with the little ones or dads with the little ones. But it's not, that's a kind of more rare than it is common. So that's why I kind of prefaced it the way I did. I think lifestyle directors in general, we all know this, that we all work our butts off, but understand that 55 and older is a different beast.
Yep. And I think too, kind of my takeaway of that for Amanda specifically, because, just even all weekend, getting around people that speak the same language. Yep. We just met them there at the awards banquet, and immediately, like, we understood what the other person did, which is so rare, because we talk about, like, her friends don't really understand what she does, but then you meet a complete stranger who's lifestyle director, and they're like, 255 and up communities, get it, girl.
I love that. And Lauren, I heard you were recognized. I heard you might have a fan regarding our podcast.
Oh, yeah. I was like, what are you talking about? Yes. No, when I was chatting with Mackenzie, I wish I could remember her last name off the top of my head. I'm going to look really quick so that we can give her a shout out. I was inviting her because I was like, oh my gosh, congratulations. I'd love to give you my information so you can join us on our podcast. We do this podcast called Lifestyle Unplugged. She's like, oh my gosh, I listened to that. Mackenzie Strickland.
Love it.
She is with Codwell Companies in Cypress, Texas, and she won Lifestyle Director of the Year.
Yay.
Yes,
Yay.
we're very excited for her. But yes, so she listens to the podcast, and that's really cool. And Mackenzie, if you're listening, we'd love to have you on.
Yes, thank
And
you,
also the
Mackenzie.
other silver nominees. We'd love to chat with you guys.
Definitely.
Imagine just all of us.
All of us, and we'd all be interrupting each other.
It would be a problem.
I know. It's tough with 3 or 4 of us not interrupting each other. So,
I know.
so what I want to pivot on or go back to is, one thing that I really respect about Brighton is that they support you guys, number one. Number two, they celebrate you guys. But number 3, one thing that I really want to make sure everyone hears is that not only do they support and celebrate, but they continue to motivate you guys and encourage you to keep stepping forward and keep contributing to the overall. Can you guys kind of just touch on that?
Yeah, kind of like having a seat at the table.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I think that's just... You know what? I'm going to let Amanda talk more on it. You guys hear me talk all the time, but it's really cool that we get to have a seat at the table. Monica, you have a different name for what it's called when we bring in the development, the designers, the home builders, and all of that to like, talk about that word, shred. We have our own version of that, but they invite us to come in and be part of creating that vision for what is this community going to look like, what are the lifestyle elements, and what are the amenities. So
We've learned that through building different clubhouses, certain clubhouses work, some don't, and you can build this beautiful space, but if it's not usable for programming, it just is there. I mean,
Exactly.
yes, it is like it's a community gathering place, but if it's not structured for certain programming, in the sense of if it's in a hot spot in the evenings where you want to have a evening patio session, whether the activity is a barbecue or music, if it's too hot, no one's going to use that, no one's going to come, they're going to be inside, which defeats the whole purpose of having an activity outside. Or an active space if it's too small, because if you're in a community that is active, you want to be able to go to the activities in the sense of exercising, and if it's too small, you're gonna hit each other and they're not doing it.
and really emphasizing, like, we're always talking about shade.
Oh yeah, shade.
Give us shade.
Oh my gosh,
especially
give
here
us
in
shade.
Texas.
I mean, where we're at, like,
You guys
in
get
the
hot.
summers, it's hot, and I mean, I'm hot.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you are. Okay. So, hey,
Hey.
but here I want to say a couple other things, or I want to ask you a couple other things to share. And the reason I want to just talk about this again, so if anyone listened to our video recording down in Orlando, the reason I bring this up, because I think it's really important to keep your lifestyle people engaged, because we're doing everything all the time, but we also want to feel challenged above and beyond what we're doing, especially if we've been in a role for a while. But you haven't even been in the role for like 4 years, where people typically phase out of lifestyle, 4 to 5 years. But what I love about Brighton is they're already pulling you in to speak on other projects. So from a bigger picture, not micro, but just about how they're allowing you to talk about the other projects and how they're kind of giving you the reins of it to kind of take it and run with it, Amanda. I think that is really cool.
No, I appreciate just being a part of, the planning. It's like, before I was lucky enough to be a part of, like helping you open a community, but the clubhouse was there. It was already there. It was beautiful. It was gorgeous and all that. But now that I've been there for a couple years and learned what works, what doesn't, and ultimately it just depends on the residents too. That's something that I've learned as well. It doesn't, I mean, yes, you can try to provide programming amenities, but depending on who is moving into that community, that can completely change things as well. So being open for improvement all around in every stage rather than just development is very nice, and I do think we are lucky that we have that support as well.
Yeah,
because we can give the input and they're like, no, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, let's try to make that work. Yes, sometimes it doesn't, but it doesn't hurt to ask.
And our design team, like, I love that they get excited to work with us. Like they took our feedback and then he worked something up and he's like, guys, I just have to show you. And it makes it fun to come to work still. And I think another thing that's cool, I mean, continued education. While there aren't necessarily lifestyle specific education opportunities out there, there are still growth opportunities, like Amanda's breaking barriers, or if your local chamber does leadership programming, those types of things really come into play with our roles. And Brighton has just constantly said, yeah, do it, go out, try this. They just really pour into us, which helps us pour back into them.
Definitely. And I think, one thing too, you mentioned the chamber, and some developers do a really good job of this, and some may not see it as a benefit, but the Chamber of Commerce is such a great asset, not only for the lifestyle director, but also for the community, especially if you're selling homes. I think everyone we talk to selling homes in one way or the other, but I think it's important for our lifestyle team members to be able to go to chamber and meet all the different businesses, because it's two for one. You're educating them about your community, but you're also in an area that has all these businesses that can sponsor your events. And so it's like prime breeding ground to really create a really great partnership.
And I will say, I'll do a little plug for the chamber leadership programming. I've looked at a few different cities and they all seem to have it. So hopefully your city has it. But it's a leadership program, whether it's 1 to 2 years, and you apply and you have to get in. But once you're in, the networking opportunities, you're meeting other professionals in your town, but you're also learning about your city, how it runs, what's the mission of the city, like what are they working on, and that really just kind of catapults you to being able to be a better resource for your residents.
Definitely, I agree.
So I just think it's a really cool opportunity that, I mean, if I could recommend every lifestyle director do it, I would.
I just graduated last year, and the networking alone, I have so many contacts, but I also I went to a thing last night and I already networked new people, which was awesome as well. So, and just to meet new people, yes, it was such a great program to be a part of. And I know that not only Brighton, we do build in Meridian predominantly, but there's the other cities around us as well have leadership programs, and I'm like, what's next? Let's go do the next one, because that just opens it up even more.
And I think that's something that's important for our lifestyle team members to know, or to, I guess not know, but just to be seriously consider, develop yourself outside of your role as well, because it will help you in your role. And so, something like what you guys just talked about, or being a part of Toastmasters to learn to speak better, or anything that can help you develop your person is good. And everyone should do this. And I say this just because I think sometimes, at least I did, when I first started out in lifestyle, I was like, little old me, like what can I contribute? And now I look back, I'm like, oh my gosh, like why did I not do that opportunity that was offered to me? And so I guess what I'm trying to do is breathe that vote of confidence into all of our lifestyle people, that you are valuable, you are worth it, and invest in yourself. And get your company to invest in you as well. Right.
When you feel good about yourself, you just feel that much better giving back to your community. Well. Exactly.
Because you can tell the confidence is in there. But when you do have the support of, say, your developer or the company you work for, that alone, creates pride and confidence right there. So
it does.
It's nice that we have that. Yeah. I will say that.
We are very fortunate.
Yes.
So let me ask you a question, Amanda. How has having Lauren as a lifestyle leader helped you in your lifestyle role?
I wasn't even in lifestyle prior to meeting Lauren, and didn't even know that was a route to go. So that alone was amazing. I was like, oh, this is awesome. I love, because I am a sociology, social sciences major, and I didn't know that was somewhere I can, steer to. Prior, I was a totally different direction, and Lauren's background in event planning helped me learn that part of that, because I knew about understanding personalities and sociology. I love that part, but I didn't know how to apply it, if that makes sense. And I will say, in this role, it makes sense because you have so many different personalities, but
sure do.
As well as Lauren's experience in event planning, we put that together, and I was like, no, this is a great fit. That's how we kind of connected, and we're like, oh, you have the corporate event planning experience, plus we both were social science majors, but yeah, it was just a neat experience to learn that this was even an opportunity because I had no clue. I was in an admin role prior, which was fine, but learning that I can be out in the community and engaging residents, it was beyond I had no idea.
This girl is thriving.
I love it.
Well, and I think one of the reasons I wanted to bring that up is not, to tell Lauren how amazing she is, because she is, but it also just shows like our lifestyle team members and our management and developers how important it is to have someone that understands lifestyle leading your lifestyle team. Because if something comes up that Amanda doesn't know, that she can, or maybe she does know, but she's on the fence on which way she should go, she can contact Lauren and they can talk about it together, and Lauren can guide her and say, oh, I've had this exact scenario and this is what I did. And so I think it's very valuable to have that person in your organization that you can talk to. But if you don't have that person in your organization, obviously we're all here and we all want to be your sounding board. I didn't want to go without expressing how fortunate and how amazing it is that Brighton has invested in having Lauren steering lifestyle and Amanda her co-captain in it. I think that's really, really cool.
Being part of a team, I will say, it's, again, like, even if Lauren hasn't had this specific experience, it's nice to be able to talk it out, and we're able to collab, and hey, my idea is this, how do I make it happen, what are your thoughts? And because whether it's not something specifically she's done or it's a new thing, but like let's make it bigger and better, because it's always nice to like collaborate and hear different ideas. And that's, yes, I'm open to new ideas, new input, I guess.
And it's easier to collaborate with someone on the business side because you have your social committees, and collaborating with them isn't always the same because they have these huge dreams, but they don't necessarily understand guidelines and rules and budgets. So being able to talk to somebody who gets it, I think, is a relief. Is that the right word? I don't know. That's how I feel when I talk to you guys. Like, it's like, okay, somebody who gets it and can actually give me solid advice.
Reassuring, because I think we all have our guts on what to, like our gut feeling on which way and how we should approach it. But it's nice to talk it out and just say, oh yeah, okay, we're on the same page. Oh, I didn't think of that aspect. Thank you. So I think that's a great thing that we all have. So I wanted to also talk about something that is a pet peeve of mine, but Amanda addressed it so well, and that's the other reason I want to bring this point up, is my biggest pet peeve is someone saying, well, we tried that before and it didn't work. And I remember you talking about, the widows group, and you kind of take us through that.
Yeah, so I had brought in I don't want to say a vendor, but a person that, was trained in that aspect, and she actually has gone through it as well, but she wasn't in the community specifically. I brought her from outside, and we tried to get people, and a couple people kind of, took the, I don't want to say bait, but you know what I'm saying, like they came to see what it was all about, but nothing ever really like hit and stuck. But now I have a resident that is new to the community, and she created a whole nother aspect, not even on the widow loss grief, but she created it's called Life is Art, and it's a session that they go in and be creative. But from that session, just the first one, she said that she already created a network of people that have gone through loss and grief, and she wants to head a group like that moving forward. And to me, that applies so much more to the community, because for one, she's in the community. And people know that they can go to her and talk to her. And this person alone, she's very empathetic, and I feel like comfortable with her, and I just met her. And so it just hits differently when it's someone in the community rather than me just bringing in a new person for my residents to meet and try to make happen. But it didn't work. but now we're evolving and we're going a different direction, and I'm learning as well. So that's something going forward. Hey, maybe, you know, but I do think it just comes up. And that's with a lot of events and activities, and it depends on who your residents are. You have to be able to be fluid with your programming because, we open a community we have like a structure, I will say, but there's certain things that don't work, and I kind of have to steer in the other way, or I make sure my residents know that they can always come to me, and we can, if they have an idea for an event /class /game that they want on the calendar, I'm like, yes, let's do this. If you have a handful of people, let's do it. Let's try to make it happen, because if it's not just you guys, you know, there's other people in the community that want that same specific thing. So I do enjoy seeing the fluidity, like, I don't know.
Yeah. I think a good takeaway too is not to force it.
Yes.
Like, if it's not working, just stick a pin in it, come back to it later.
Agreed.
Don't call it dead, but just say, it's up here, we'll come back to it. Like right now I'm trying to get a bunco group going in one of our communities, and we're 2 people shy of having enough people. And so they're like, oh, I guess it's not going to work. And I'm like, let's just circle back in a few months. People are moving in every single week. So pivoting is really just the word.
It is. It's very true. Yeah, again, with new communities, it's like, you just got to wait for...
Yeah, you got to wait for enough people.
Yeah, it'll happen.
They're there.
Happen. Yes.
Yeah, and I think that's a really smart way to put it, is just put a pin in it. And because I see so many times a new community that, you know, lifestyle directors tried something and they didn't get traction for it, and so they think it's a bad idea and they don't want to bring it back up, but then a resident brings it back up and like, well, we've already tried that, it didn't work. And so Amanda, I love how you are trusting your residents to take that and to, you know, go and grow with it. I also love the idea of our lifestyle people, all of us, to say, if something didn't work, pin it, look at it, and honestly analyze why it didn't work, right? Do you just not have enough residents yet? Did you not advertise for it correctly? Did you not have someone, a resident leader, to really push it forward? You know, there's so many different reasons why something may not work. And so I encourage all of our lifestyle people, if something, you've tried something and it didn't work, do an honest assessment of why it didn't work, to see if it is something that you should be bringing back later on in the development period. I don't know why that gets me, but it's a pet, like, if you want to get me going, just say, well, it didn't work last time. Like,
right. That's the equivalent of giving up, right?
Yes.
So just don't give up. And if that's your go-to, then, you know, maybe lifestyle isn't the right thing.
Or just start working to change your attitude on that.
Or that.
Yeah, you know, just start looking at things in a different way. So the other question that I had for you both is, what, and maybe, no, Lauren, I won't interview you on this. I'll ask Amanda this question. Amanda, what inspires you each and every day to get up?
Boom.
Well, what inspires me? I will just say, I mean, Lauren and I have actually talked about this. Like, our Mondays aren't Mondays. You know how there's always this like negative, like, I don't get the Sunday scaries. I go to work on a Monday and we're actually like, no, this is like, we get to talk, we get to see each other, and then, you know, my residents as well. But I think also that helps because I am in, you know, I'm changing my environment. I'm not just stuck at like a desk. Sometimes like could create the Monday kind of negativity. But I think that's what's inspiring is, again, like we talked about, the encouragement and my support for growth. That's inspiring to me. I'm able to, the trust, I guess, in the sense of I do what what I'm doing, it's clearly working, not clearly working, I don't want to say it like that, but it is working, and I enjoy what I'm doing, so that makes it easy for me. I don't feel like I'm like, oh, I'm stressed, I can't, and I prepare and I'm ready, and I don't know if that's really being inspired, but I
think
enjoy
so.
what I do, so it's fun.
It's fun to watch Amanda because, I mean, she gets new events on her calendar and she'll be like, I'm putting this on your calendar because you have to come to this one. And, you know, because she's so excited about it. And I mean, how cool is that we get to be that excited about our jobs? Continuing off of Amanda loving her job, I mean, I think one, she invites me to events and she's like, you have to come, or we're running around the office telling people. I mean, I did that for the Easter egg hunt, right? I was printing off flyers. I was like, you're coming, bring your kids, bring your kids.
Create like a large calendar for our area just to show like, no, we're doing things. We're busy. We're actually like doing fun things, and you guys should all come too.
Right.
Because like these are our communities that you guys are all been a part of.
Or some of our coworkers live in these communities, exactly. And it's like, you should know what we do, not saying, Amanda, tell me what lifestyle is.
We are excited. We're excited. Excited. Let's go, people.
Yes. And I think also we saw that firsthand, Monica, right? In Orlando, where we're just at the bar, and next thing I know, Amanda's selling a freaking house.
They're from Rochester, New York, and I was like, have you ever been to Idaho? And they're like, no.
No, potatoes?
I all these questions, and I was like, well, put it on your list. You got to check it out. She's
handing out business cards, and I mean, it was just...
I'm proud of what I do, and that's also what inspires me.
Yeah, I mean, she was gushing. And so this morning, tomorrow? No, next week, we're doing a sponsorship training for our team, just because we all are constantly trying to work on getting sponsorships. Yes. But the gentleman that's coming in to do the training for our team had sent me an email just like to get a little more information. And the next thing you know, I have written this poor guy a novel about lifestyle and what it means and what we do and this and that. And I think it's so cool that we're so just excited. And I mean, and his response is, I mean, that's your sales pitch. You guys just got to start talking about what it is that you do, because you love it, and like that excitement is contagious.
Well, looking back at it, it's like I don't picture myself. I never went into sales. That wasn't my direction. I mean, but
same.
You just pointed out that I was selling houses and, like selling our communities to a random stranger. And it's like what you know and what you enjoy is what makes it genuine.
Right.
Well, like people want to know more because of the excitement about it. And I love going to our events and telling people. And like you said, you did the whole spiel to him, and he was just like, I just wanted to know.
He's like, I just wanted to know where these neighborhoods were.
Well, this is what we do, and we love it. But I think that's what we've talked about, because we don't have like an elevator pitch of what we do.
We do, but it's really long.
It's very long. And that's what it's evolved to. But it is what it is.
And yesterday I was actually at a vendor fair, and I was working. We had a booth for the amphitheater, and we were trying to just be like, you can rent this. Or the picture for the backdrop is the amphitheater itself, but you see some of the houses around it in the development. And I cannot tell you, Monica, how many times I started talking about the mission of our lifestyle team and what we're doing, because it applies in the amphitheater, because it's in the heart of this community. And the next thing you know, they're like, well, do you sell houses too? And I was like, I sure do. It's because
I love it.
They could feel the excitement, and now they want to be part of it. And I'm supposed to be renting it out for weddings, but here, let me sell a house while I'm at it, because I love what I do.
And I think that's an important part, is that every day we are selling something. Either we're selling someone on believing us or trusting us on an idea when we're going to our bosses, supervisors, or we're selling a resident on why they should come to this event, or we're selling to a vendor why they need to give us a great discount. So it's kind of funny you say that, Amanda, because I never saw myself as a salesperson. And then it was, I don't know, the other day I was talking to someone, and they were like, have you ever been in sales? And I kind of paused, and I said, yes, actually, my entire life I've been in sales. Because
you didn't even know it.
Because we don't consider it, because we're so passionate about it, right? We're not trying to sell something that we don't believe in. Every time we go to a supervisor to ask for approval for something, or every time we talk to a vendor, or whatever we're doing, it's because we believe in what we're doing. And so it doesn't feel like sales. It feels like just communicating with somebody.
Right. Like, how do we make this happen? It's happening.
Exactly.
Because we love it, and it's great, and we're proud of it. Let's make this happen.
It's, Lauren, it made me chuckle when you said that you had this long email to him, and it wasn't supposed to start out that way. Last night, I was just going to send a very small email to the vice president of the booster for my daughter's marching band that she's in, because they're having a hard time getting volunteers. Now, that's kind of in our wheelhouse, right? And so I was like, let me give him an idea of what to do to get volunteers. So I start typing, and then I keep typing, and then I was like, and here's how you can do appreciation. I don't know if you do appreciation because I'm just a freshman mom. Like and literally I got done. I looked. I was like, oh. And then I wrote, I'm sorry.
Too much.
I'm sorry for the long email. I was excited.
I'm very passionate.
Exactly.
This guy's like, freshman mom, back up, girl.
Well, it was funny because he wrote back one sentence. This all sounds great. Can we get on the phone and chat? And I was like, yep, that's probably what I should have done in the first place. But I was so excited.
Some people like it in writing. Some people, like the chat. So
it was just funny. I was
but isn't
so
that
excited.
lifestyle people in a nutshell, that we get excited and we're just like, and this and this and this, and then the gas pedal and the brake, me and Anne Marie, and she's like, I'm just gonna tap the brake, Lauren. Just take a breath. But I'm excited.
Yeah, and just one more thing on lifestyle and how amazing lifestyle directors are, because I just had this kind of moment. Lifestyle directors have to have they wear so many hats. They wear kind of an operational hat because sometimes they're the only ones on site, and so they wear an operational hat. They wear a organization hat. They wear a technology hat because they have their website that they have to keep dated or social media. They have their larger communication hat on how are they getting / marketing, right, to get the word out and put posters up and talk to people. They wear recruiting hat because they're recruiting volunteers. They wear
and sponsors,
sales to get sponsors. Like, if you doubt yourself as a lifestyle director, pat yourself on the back that you are awesome, because lifestyle is all of those things and more.
Therapist.
Oh my gosh, without
just a friendly
question.
face though, like being on site and being the friendly face that, again, specifically in my 55 and older, but I think once you're more on site, it'll be the same. It's like people are just passing by and they come and say, hey, and how are things, and and sometimes they just want to chat, and that's why I'm there, and I love it because they're my people. So
it's literally our job to have friends and plan events and create community. I think it's so cool.
I love how sweet Amanda was. I was like trying to tell all of us, I'm like, and we are so great. And she's like, to the people, they're so kind, and just give a kind face. I'm like, can I, like, you are just so good at what you do, like, just bringing it back. It's
fun to see though, but like looking now that I've been in the role for a couple years, it's cool to see what it's evolved to and the relationships I've gained, and you learn people, and like, again, we touched on this on the last in the sense of an honorary granddaughter kind of thing, and I don't have my grandparents anymore, so that I think is why it's like special, and I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing because they could just be like, nope, we don't want fun, we don't want any of this, you know what I mean? So I'm glad I'm providing something that they want, and still like it's important to them to have as well. So definitely, again, that's why I say I wouldn't be there if it wasn't for the people.
None of us would be where we are without the people. Yeah. I've had a resident that I was really close to, a couple of them pass away. In your community, has that happened yet? And how have you helped your people through it?
I specifically haven't had any that have passed away. I know Lauren has, but I have had some that have become terminally ill, and everyone's trying to be helpful. But this is something that is new for me, so I need to learn what is, I don't want to say acceptable in the sense of for HOA reasons, because I go back to Anne Marie, our people, or I ask Lauren for input, but it's more just what can I do to help extend help for other residents. Like, obviously I'm not going to send like an email wide blah 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 is happening, but sometimes it depends on the person. I just have to get permission and asking what that family needs and wants, but usually what it has been is another resident that is close to the one that is going through the sickness. I ask them how I can help, do you need a meal train announcement, but I need permission from the specific person as well. HOA rules, you know. But I also want to be there and help, and they're my people. So
right.
What can I do? What do you do when your family member or friend is going through it? It's like this instant, like, what do you need from me? But again, event planning that as well. We're there. We're like operations, figuring out what makes it easier for everyone. Lauren, I know, has gone through.
I think one thing that I like to emphasize to Amanda and to all of you is, yes, there are going to be HOA guidelines that you have to abide by and things like that. But don't be afraid to be human in that moment. Don't be afraid. Someone comes in and says, my husband just passed away. You know, I remember that in my first communion. Drop everything and I hug her.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's still somebody that you knew and you cared about. So you're allowed to be human and raw with them. And then you can kind of dive into the how can I support you and the rules and whatnot. But don't be afraid to be human.
Being human, though, creates the relationship with the person. And you've already have the relationship. So you can't just be like standoffish. I agree.
Right.
And I know we had shifted, but the reason I shifted to that is because, you know, Amanda, you said they're like grandparents to you. And I think that's a really important aspect of what we do is we really get to know our residents, and they have profound impacts on us, good or bad, depending on how things go. And you know, the fact that everything that you both said is just it. It's be human. Yes, there are certain things that you want to be able to respect. Like you said, Amanda, you want to make sure that you talk to the friend so that you're not putting the pressure on them if you don't see them to say, hey, if they would like a meal train, we're here to do it. We actually just need permission from them because we don't want to impose. But I just love, Lauren, like you said, you just drop everything and you give them a hug. And I think that's what makes what we do so special is that, yes, we get to do these amazing events and see these amazing memories and traditions be created with a lot of families. But we're also there during their kind of worst times of their life. And the fact that we can be there to comfort them and to give them support is a real honor. And I think that's how we need to look at it is it's an honor to be able to support someone through that.
Right.
I completely agree.
Sorry, I took
not
it there.
Dreading the day, but like, yes, I haven't, you know, like I said, been through that specifically yet. I'm very lucky, but I know, again, it will happen.
It's inevitable, yeah.
I'm just a human, and I will be human.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's just the natural course of what we go through on a daily basis. We have the highs and the lows, yes. And so I'm sorry that I kind of took it there, but I think it's something. I know it's like wah. Thanks, Monica.
Well, let's bring it back up with some rapid fire questions.
I want to bring it back up, but anyhow. So I have rapid fire questions. Lauren doesn't even know the ones I'm going to ask because it's a surprise. I don't even know what I'm going to ask. No, just kidding.
That's not safe. I've done that before, and then the questions I ask are it's like, Lauren, don't ask that question. So
okay. So what's your favorite beverage?
I mean, right now I've been loving a Fresca. I'm not going to lie. Like, it's just, I don't know. I've been trying to, I mean, you know, you're all supposed to drink water and do all the things, but I need a little taste of something, so I haven't got down on the, like, bubbly ones. They're not, I don't know, carbonated. But yes, so beverage-wise, Fresca. But,
okay.
I don't know what direction of a beverage you were
Any implying. Beverage that was brought to your mind. Favorite
coffee right now.
Well, I honestly thought you were going to say coffee.
I did too.
Okay.
I would have said coffee.
I didn't know.
I did on
the spot.
No,
it's too rapid.
mean that's why we ask for rapid because we want to know what's front of mind.
What comes out?
Thinking about it last night because I was like, I've been just drinking lots of Fresca lately. I don't know. Like weirdo, but that's fine.
I was sending you vibes. I was going to ask you this question.
Okay.
That's too funny. Okay, what's your favorite movie?
Dirty Dancing.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Dirty Dancing. That is like top fave.
What's your best vacation you've been on or your best like dream vacation? You can pick either or.
Either or. I will say I did go to Costa Rica, which was a very cool experience. It's been a couple years. And then actually the next year I went to Germany, which that was those two right there. They were different experiences. Like Costa Rica was beach, you know, like jungle exploring and all that. But then Germany was like, I had never been to Europe. So that was a cool experience as well, that I was able to experience Oktoberfest.
I was going to say, hold up, do not leave out Oktoberfest in Germany.
Oktoberfest. I went to a Volksfest on one side of the country, and then we toured around and went to the Big Shebang at Munich, and it was such a neat experience, and I'm dying to go back. So when you say dream vacation, my next one, I want to do Italy, and kind of tour around and do the same thing there. So we'll see. I just want to be able to travel, but I'm just trying to rack up some PTO and do the things. But
And you were able to,
She's got plenty of PTO.
I'm guessing you're able to write that off and not take vacation days because you're studying events to bring back to Brighton, right?
all right, yeah.
I mean, she did come back from Germany and do an Oktoberfest.
That's actually very true.
See?
So, we'll bring that up today in our meeting.
Monica.
Yes.
Okay.
Bring that up to Brighton. They need to send you to Italy for some more
I've
ideas.
been trying to do an Olympics at a Cadence Olympics.
There you go.
Italy. I got to go to the Olympic Square and experience that now.
Pretty sure we need to write off SeaWorld too.
Oh yeah, how do we do that?
Oh yeah, SeaWorld.
I mean, I sold houses. I sold.
She sold a house.
Yet, but
well, not
he did tell us that if she gets a contract, he'll reimburse her for SeaWorld.
Oh yes, he did.
I think there's a lot to learn from SeaWorld on organization, how they communicate, how they, I think
The rides were closed.
The rides
all the
were
restaurants
closed.
being closed.
Their app working or not working and syncing. I see. There's a lot, but I digress. Yes. What is your favorite animal?
It would have to be a dog, specifically my dog.
Specifically Cheddar.
But yes, dogs are just, their purpose is to be your best friend, and they don't know any different in the sense of, they look at people and think the best as well. And
I love a dog.
A lot of people, I don't know, I think we can learn a lot from dogs. I know that sounds really weird and corny, but dogs know too. And you can, they know certain people and certain personalities, they feel vibes, and I just love them. And I've never met a dog that I didn't like.
And they're always happy to see you.
Yes, exactly. No matter what. And they miss you and make your day better. So even when my dog takes my coloring book and shreds it, it's fine.
She brought the shredded coloring book to Orlando. She pulled it out of her bag. There's no cover on it, some torn pages, and she's like, Cheddar.
Yeah.
It's love. It's a love in the pages. Yeah. Cheddar's like, less coloring and more play with me. Come on.
Yeah.
Take me out. Well, I'm going to end on that note because I agree. I think dogs are the best. And mine just brings me so much joy. He is my shadow everywhere I go. And so, and then we know about Biscuit. Biscuit
got spayed on Friday, so she's been on a sedative all week, and Amanda got to see what that looks like.
I didn't even know she was on meds, to be honest.
She's still just as crazy.
I was going to ask. I bet it didn't tap her down much.
Nope. One bet.
Not even a little bit.
I don't know how you do this.
And it was because I told the vet, I was like, this isn't working. So they doubled the dose, and she's still just zipping around. I'm like, well, okay. That's Biscuit.
Oh, Biscuit. Right. Scar tissue's going to be flexible. I don't know.
Oh, goodness.
Well, thank you both for jumping on and doing this podcast a week after our last one. I just wanted to make sure the quality was good. I wanted to make sure people really got to hear about how awesome you are, Amanda, how great Brighton is to support you both. So thank you for humoring me on doing this again. And as always, I always enjoy you both, and I enjoy speaking with you, and I wish we were neighbors and not across many states.
It's okay. We're going to come to Austin and hang out, and we'll just find a podcast recording studio. I know our local library has one that you can use, so we'll be able to do it in person together again one day.
With good quality, with good sound quality. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, and your bedrooms are ready. So just saying.
Yes.
Anytime.
Awesome.
Anytime.
All right. Now we just got to make this training as well. So find us somewhere that we can
Oh, yes. There's a conference we can go to.
Okay.
So we
or
can
maybe
invite
I'll put together a conference. And it'll be just for you guys.
We'll do like a summit. We'll do a lifestyle director summit.
Love it.
Love
there
it.
we go.
Done.
And if any of you want to join us, let us know.
Yep. Let us know.
Austin is in first place, and Monica's going to show us around.
That's right. We got it.
Yay.
We'll do a teach and tour.
Yeah.
All right.
Love. I'm there.
Awesome.
Thank you, Monica. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Monica.
Thank you
Thanks,
both.
I see her all the time.
Thanks, Amanda. All right, we'll talk to you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.